What's interesting is the Biden camp clearly don't want you anywhere near it, but Donald Trump has a rather different view. Let's take a listen.
Crooked Joe Biden does not want RFK Jr. in the debates. He's also sharper and far more intelligent than Joe. Jr. needs more than his name to get on that stage, but if he gets on there, I would love it.
First of all, how do you like being called Junior? I mean, you're not exactly a spring chicken.
There's a lot worse stuff that he could call me. So I'm not, I expect to be called something by President Trump. And it was funny because he kind of kissed me and slapped me at the same time.
He did, yeah. It was a kiss slap. I've had a few of those from him. I mean, I actually think it would be great for America and for American democracy if you were on that stage.
I'm hoping in the long run that I'll be very damaging to both of the candidates. So, but also, all of our polling is showing that I'm bringing in a lot of people who had given up on the political process, people who weren't going to vote this cycle if I am not in the race.
I believe you've technically qualified to be on that stage with Biden and Trump. But the question I have for you is, are they going to let you?
Well, clearly they don't want to let me. We know from the Washington Post reporting and from other journalists who've actually described what happened in the telephone call between President Biden and President Trump and CNN. And from their staff, they didn't, it wasn't the candidates directly who participated in that call, but their lead staffers, President Biden's staffers said, we will not be on the debating stage if Robert Kennedy is allowed on this stage. So, and together they hatched criteria that they thought would be designed to keep me off the stage. But unfortunately for them, I actually meet all those criteria. I meet them just briefly. The criteria is that I'm over 15% in at least 4 recent polls from 4 of 12 specific companies. And I'm already in 6 polls from those 12 companies. I'm already over 15%, including CNN's own poll, which has me at 16% from May. And then their other criteria is that the candidates have to be on the ballot in enough states to get 270 votes. Well, I will have enough signatures to get 270 votes. In fact, 343 electoral votes by the June 20th deadline. The problem CNN has is that President Biden and President Trump aren't on any ballot. They both have the expectation they'll be on the state ballots when they win the nomination of their respective parties. Right now, that's just an expectation or a hope for them. They're the presumptive nominees, but the Democratic Party has a ballot line. The Republican Party has a ballot line, but neither President Trump or President Biden do. I'm the only one that does. So I'm the only one that could conceivably meet that criteria.
I mean, what is fascinating is that right now, you are polling better than any third party or independent candidate has polled in an individual survey at this stage in the cycle since Ross Perot in 1996. That's only 30 years ago. So whatever you're doing is clearly resonating with a lot of Americans.